I'll let you know when a broadcast is starting. And it said Hangout is on air right now. And we are on air. Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Once again, Happy New Year. Happy New Year's. And I hope everybody have a great New Year. I hope everybody had a great New Year because can I tell you something? Like I said many times, that life will never be fair. I told my daughter earlier today, and before I bring my guest on here, I'm gonna say this. I told my daughter earlier today. I said, "Baby girl, come here." She just lost her granddaddy, right? Rest in peace. I love him too. I was married to her. You know what I'm saying? Her mother for like about 16 years, 14 years, and I told her we got to prepare ourselves on things that life will never be fair. She said, "What you talking about, Daddy?" Can I tell you something? It's gonna be a matter of time if Christ don't come back right now, if the world don't end right now, eventually you're gonna lose me, or I'm gonna lose you. Eventually, one of us is gonna lose each other. So we gotta prepare for that, and prepare for battle, and prepare to be more than conquerors. We gotta prepare for that. If we don't prepare for a battle, guess what? We're gonna be one disappointed people in our whole life. We're gonna be a disappointed group of people because life will never be fair. That's what I said. Okay, here you go. What's up? We got Elaine James in the house. How you doing?
Hello. Excuse me. How y'all doing? I have a little cold. I just got my voice coming back to me. How you doing? What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming back on here. Back on here. I remember last time having you back on here, it was a blast, and people were like, I want to see her back on here. I said, trust me, Elaine will be back on here. If I have to harass you, you'll be back on here. So you're back on here.
Hi, everybody.
You late, but you on here though.
Yes, let me say I do apologize, guys. I was really tied up on the road. And I was like, Mo, I'm gonna be coming, but it's gonna be late. I mean, fashionably late.
Yes. Well,
but I'm here.
Yeah, you here, and now you on the late night show now here right now. Now you here,
Yes,
and just got to be real on here. It's all good. Hey,
all
everybody
right.
better anyway. So,
well, is there anything you want to start with? Or you want me to just say something?
hey, what's up with oh my God, I've been this chick is I'm telling you, she's been in my head today for some reason. Mr. Nasty, you know what that lady with that Polish last name, Nasty Pelosi.
Yeah, what's up with her?
Ski. That woman right there is, come on now. She has an antichrist spirit. That woman right there is a deceiver. She's one of the ringleaders. Oh, you go ahead with this.
Well, this is how I feel about Nancy Pelosi. First of all, we got to understand this is an old woman that's been doing the same thing for a very long time. And the thing we got to look at it in this perspective. When you're a politician and your name keeps coming up, whether you go to the gas station or the grocery store, when your name pops up, if you don't watch yourself, you'll start feeding into people that want to follow you just because you're who you are. You have a woman, I think she's in her 70s now.
Mm-hmm.
She came through segregation.
Yes.
She came through all of that stuff that was going on, with the women's right to vote, blacks' right to vote. I'm trying to say to y'all, understand this mindset. She comes off to me like a little Southern belle that says, it's my way or not at all. Because she's used to calling the shots and getting people to bend. And her and Trump are at a head, but this is an older lady that don't know business.
Mm-mm.
All she knows is I'm going to stand up against Trump
Yes.
because first of all, it's my paycheck.
Right.
Number two, I've been doing this bullying deep state mindset for so long. Nobody called me out on the first time. Nobody called me out on the second, third, or fifth, or 20th time. So to her, she really thinks she's standing up for people. And she doesn't even have a room or capacity to even listen and understand what's going on. All she gonna say is no to the wall. Because far as she concerned, she gets her check anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Far as she concerned, she's Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, the third person that if the president or the vice president is removed, this woman could run the country.
Right.
So she's doing it out of spite. But really, that's her arrogance. That's her mindset. People keep re-electing. It's just like this. If you are a diabetic, no, let's say you have heart problems or a diabetic.
Right.
The doctor tell you to stay away from fried chicken.
Yes.
But you love fried chicken.
Yes.
You at the Popeyes, you at the churches, you at the Kentucky Fried, you over there on the buffet at the Golden Corral.
Well,
your fried chicken. And every time you eat fried chicken, it make you sick. It make you feel bad.
Yes.
But guess what? You say, I ain't gonna fall for it this time. I'm not gonna do it this time. But what you do a couple of weeks later, you go right back to the same cycle. If people keep re-electing people that are not doing nothing for them, if they can't open their eyes and see that the people that they're re-electing, they're not living in your district. They're not living in the slum. They're not living where the bathrooms got to be fixed in the school. They're not living where some people have to duck their heads because of a gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
They're not living in a situation where mothers and daughters and fathers and sons, they have to be close-knit. And or they don't have no nightlife down the street. They don't take care of the paved roads. They got bumpy up whole roads. So if you keep electing somebody that's bad like that with bad habits, all you doing is feeding into the same old mess. You're not making your country better.
Yes.
You're not making your future better. You're not making your legacy better.
There's
no reason to complain about how miserable your life is. There's no reason to complain and say, well, the white man or the white woman ain't done nothing. When you turn right back around, either you don't vote, or when you vote, you just go straight Democrat and hope for the best.
Yes.
So you're in the same crap again.
Ooh. I like how you said that. You said they vote Democrat and they hope for the best. That they do. They vote Democrat and hope to get that free welfare check. They vote Democrat and hope that the people at the welfare office wait on them. They vote Democrat and hope that they get that Section A.
And the thing about it is, I don't know what's happened to Black people. Y'all know how I feel about the African American thing. Because this is how, and I'm going to say this again for those of you who didn't catch it. How you know I came from Africa? How you know you came from Africa? Just because your pigmentation is dark or your characteristics and features are different, that's not to say the first two people that really was your origination was two white people. How is it that white people can say they white? They may be just as black as we are. So we are product of many nations. But I give people something to think about. When you see a white person, you don't say, oh, there's an Anglo-Saxon person, there's a Switzerland white, there's a Poland white, there's a Canadian white. You say what? White people. Why do we have to be African American? Because I'm going to tell you something. There are certain things that of the African tradition is not same as a person who's Black in the United States of America. There's a difference, and whether we like it or not, it is here. So I know some people, excuse me, y'all, some people don't like the word Black because they feel like that's a prejudicial stereotype. Let me tell you something. I'd rather be Black than to be called African American, because when you call me African American, you're lumping everybody into one group, and that's more prejudicial than somebody say Black.
Come on now.
So we have to be mindful. If we're calling everybody that's a lighter complexion or certain features white, and we're not distinguishing them from different continents, why is it that we got to be distinguished from to one continent? See, you got to pay attention to what people saying and what they speak over you. There's life and death over the tongue, and there's life and death in your name, and there's life and death in the title that people put on you. Now, I can understand they say Black not Hispanic.
Right.
Okay, well, what if I'm a black Hispanic? How am I supposed to answer that? Oh, mixed race, 2 or 3 more. You don't need to do all that. You
Yeah.
don't need to do all that. But people have using the word African American to be as a form of an apologetics, but also it is a way to say all
Yeah.
black people look alike, and they all come from
Oh,
Africa.
I
If
ain't
you
thought of it
think
like
about
that.
that, think about it. Think about it. White people don't say they're white
Yeah.
African, do they?
No, they don't do that.
They don't say they're white England. They don't say they're white Polish. But when you get a black person, they quick to say African American. Why are you saying that my only descendant, my origination came from Africa? That is not necessarily the case. I
Hey,
need y'all to think, because when they're saying that, they're actually being prejudicial and saying all black people come from Africa.
okay. I got a question. Not to get off subject. We're gonna get right back to what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Uh, it's the stuff that's been bothering me these past 2 days, and I made a
Uh-huh.
video about it yesterday. No, I think the day before. No, it was yesterday. Uh, you hear this thing called the liberal white guilt, right? The liberal white guilt, right?
Okay.
Uh, before I get to liberal white guilt, the women's march has been canceled up in
Mm-hmm.
California and Louisiana because
Mm-hmm.
the white people, the white liberals said it's not enough. That's not enough black people there. So
Okay,
it's
so
the white people.
let me talk about that. Can I get 100?
This is funny though. I can't stop
Let me
laughing.
tell y'all. I'ma say it for everybody that's listening, and I'ma say it to you.
Yes.
Black people ain't gone to no darn rally for free when they got to pay their bills and go to their job and take care of their stuff. They don't live the culture of a white person. So how you expect a bunch of black people to stand around and march around if you don't have no raffles,
Right.
no entertainment, if you don't have no freebies or giveaways? We ain't
Yeah.
showing up for no mess like that. We ain't
Yeah.
like that. That's not our culture.
Thank
So
you.
first of all, since I'm disappointed because you're making the assumption. See that, and you know what that shows about liberals?
They
That
don't
lack,
raise motherfucker.
look,
Ooh.
their lack of understanding black people.
Ah.
Why would you vote for Democrats
Thank
that don't
you.
even understand who you are? I seen an article where a liberal white guy says, "Well, I'm a star because I want to stand with the black people that get food stamps." I said, "See, again,
Come on.
this is what they think of black people.
Yeah.
They assume that when the march came out, everybody was gonna come out.
Yes.
White people, because and I'm gonna be very real. Most white people I have met, maybe you met,
Mm-hmm.
because society views their skin differently, because they do have certain advantages,
Yes.
and I think we need to go ahead and put that out there. They maybe can have time to take Sue or Mary to the Girl Scouts on
Come on.
Saturday, or maybe can take John to basketball or
Yes.
baseball practice, or
Right.
give Mary piano lessons, or maybe she and Sharon can go and do a rally and stand around for several hours and not worry about how they're going to pay their light bill or how their car note going to be met or how they're going to put food on the table. Or the simple fact, maybe Sharon and them don't work in a level position where you are required to work weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is, first of all, don't be expecting black people to come no darn rally. We got to work. We got to keep food on the table. Now, unless you're going to give us something, see, this is their fault. Because when Hillary started doing all those free concerts and stuff like that, and they bring these celebrities, see, that's why they say don't bring celebrities in. Because you bring these celebrities, they shaking people's hands, telling you to vote. Now you got most blacks saying, well, if I'm going to come in a rally, what's in it for me? Because you're asking me to take 5 and 8 hours of my day when I'm depending on that extra $40 or $50 that come on my check at the end of the week and
Yeah.
spend time with you for free. No, you won't be seeing me, boo.
Mm. Next. You
I
won't.
mean, when I heard that mess, I was like, don't you know they black? Don't you
Yeah.
know there's a certain culture? Most black people don't do certain things. It's not to say that they can't. It is that they are in a social economical situation.
Yes.
It is a part of our culture.
Right.
That certain things we just don't do. My mama never raised me at 5 years old and said, girl, we're going to march over here and you need to take 8 hours of your time off. Hope you got some vacation pay. And we're just going to go ahead and march around for rights. She didn't do that.
Hey, but have you ever heard of the conservative white guilt? Look, you don't hear, I'm saying you don't hear white conservatives like say, oh, there's not enough black people there. It be some rallies. I'll be the only black person there. So should they feel guilty over that stuff? I'm just saying, I've been to Trump rallies in Chicago. A Trump rally in Chicago, I was the only black guy. No, Chicago, the third largest city. I was the only black guy there.
See, this is how I feel, Mo.
I was cool with that.
But see, you can tell that it was a racial, it was a discriminatory, targeted rally. Because you did not emphasize and encourage all races. You just did a rally and you made the assumption that black people just gonna run behind you. And people got lives, okay? What they should have been happy about is saying, do I have enough Americans at my rally? It shouldn't have been nothing about color.
Right.
But because I've been like you many places, and okay, maybe one or two, but hey, we're still focusing on being conservative Americans that are proud of our country and put America first.
Right.
If they're going to do a rally like that, and the first thing they say, they don't see enough black people to cancel it, they don't need to be doing no kind of rallies, because it shouldn't be about black, white, bright, brown, pink, or whatever, yellow, blue.
Right.
It should be about how many Americans that are legal that can stand for or against whatever you're trying to do.
Man.
They stupid. Okay, what part I can't get to this? That was they made themselves look so stupid on that. Now, you talked about liberal and conservative white guilt. Let me tell you something.
Oh, come on,
girl. I feel like one. You know what I feel like? I feel like one of the preachers that be like patting them out. I have a cold, y'all, so I have to make sure I'm not coughing in y'all face. It won't be rude.
Hey, go ahead. I'm stepping out for 1 minute. Go ahead. I'm stepping for 1 minute.
So let's talk about liberal white guilt. That is the propaganda. That is what they dress it up as. They're assuming, oh, I didn't include the black people. No. If you want to include people, you got to understand where people come from. You got to understand their lives. And the thing that I find so interesting with Democrats and liberals is there is a disconnect to the majority of the voters that are black and minority on the Democrat side. I don't know why we constantly, I think we make it like almost a sorority or fraternity, like, okay, we're going to vote rights and keep it going. But liberals, especially white liberals and white conservatives, let me say this to you. If you label it as guilt, it's because you're guilty of something. See, when you're guilty of something, you will add it at the end. If you're going to say liberal white guilt, are you going to say there's not enough blacks? Instead of looking at it as, you know what, we're going to continue this rally. People did show up and finish it through. Come back later and say, okay, how can we attract the black and the minorities? It shouldn't have never been announced in such ignorance that there weren't enough blacks. This white guilt that's going on, white people, I'm going to say to you, y'all need to get over it. Don't let certain black people hold you accountable for something you ain't had nothing to do with.
You ain't had nothing to do with that.
You were not there in 1910. You were not there in 1869. You were not there in 1940.
1940.
You were born at a certain time, at a certain day, certain
Well,
year. And the thing that I will hold charge to you is this. Remember, we are one human race. Number two, if you want to work on and you want to prove so much that we're equal, love is an action. Your respect of me, how you treat me down to the job, how you treat me in the street, how you speak to me, how you don't speak to me. That's going to give more volumes about whether or not we're going to overcome any type of discrimination. Okay? But if you're going to point out something that ain't black or something that is black, you miss the point because you're looking at the details and you stuck on trying to look good rather than sit on your behind and think for a moment. Okay, I wonder why we didn't have such a large minority turnout. Maybe people work, just like I said. Number two, it may not be their culture. So what you should have been saying was, how do we introduce and motivate minorities and blacks to come out and participate? Maybe we could do a 1 or 2 hour rally. Maybe we found that if we did a survey in the community where they are and find out that maybe most black people are free between 2 and 4. So if you're not understanding who you're dealing with and where you're coming from, quit trying to do come by y'all with me, because you're not going to sing the version that I know, and I'm not going to sing the version that you know. As for this white guilt, get over it. It becomes a white excuse. That's like me having black guilt or black pride. I got so much pride. Listen, I'm going to talk some trash here. Can I say it?
Talk your trash. Talk your...
From my experiences, I have met some African men that are strutting around here thanks to the United States of America with that old foolishness. And then when they had the Black Panther, oh Lord, that Black Panther movie, Waka Kunda, whatever, everybody thought that was part of what the actual history was. I said, y'all do know this is a Marvel comment. Anyway, all right.
All right.
I met some African men, okay? Now that means they originally came off of the continent, Africa, and came over here to the U.S.
Yep.
And they're strutting around here telling people that they are princes and kings. And some of you sisters, y'all just run behind that. Woohoo! He's a king. And I'm not talking about just black women, white women too, because they'll put a fake picture on Match.com and I'm glad they be always drilling oil, but they shall overcome.
Someday.
Now, let me tell y'all something. These men, they're coming up here with all this African pride. The only thing they over is they may be the king of a cow.
Okay.
Or king of a chicken. And the thing, and people laugh like, Elaine, that wrong. But listen, I give them A+ for confidence. But you can't come around here strutting like you are it.
Yeah.
And you don't even know where you at.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, baby. Y'all want to see my baby real quick?
Yeah.
That's
where your baby at?
Yeah, here she is. Y'all say hey to my daughter.
Hey, what's up, yo?
Hey. All right. Y'all, how many people is that? A lot of people, baby. Thank you, sweetheart.
A lot of people, babe. Hey.
But anyway, y'all know that I love my baby now. I love her. She a grown woman, but I love her. I love my baby.
How old is she?
My daughter's 20.
Okay. That's your youngest?
That's my only one. That's my baby. Ain't she pretty?
20, okay. Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, she look like me.
Hey, anyway, I got a 30-year-old son. I'm old, y'all. I got a 30-year-old son.
All right. Well, anyway.
My son is 30 years old.
About? Okay, African. I'm sorry, y'all. I just want y'all to see my baby. African. They are prideful. And women, y'all give, some of y'all give money. I hear the conversation. Well, he is waiting on his check at the oil rig. He can't cash his check. So he want me to send a Western Union because he's an African king and take pictures of somebody else's house and ain't got a nigga to his name. Now I know some of y'all mad. Some of y'all mad. But let me tell you something. We introduced the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Every man. I had somebody argue me this. Every man I say is a king. Every woman I say is a queen. We have princes. When we come to our children, we have princes and princesses that we cultivate and make them kings and queens. And he was like, no, that's not true. They're not over a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but if they believe in the word of God, God said, behold, I will bestow the kingdom unto you. So if he's going to bestow a kingdom unto you, you got to be over, you're going to be over something. So the thing about it is that there are certain stereotypes. I was going back to what he was talking about with white guilt. You have to draw the line and say, what am I going to be in prison for? You wouldn't have to worry about white guilt if you are in a position as an employer and you hire people not based on their color, not based on where they live or how they talk or what their name look like, but you hire people based on what they can do and if they qualify. When you have a disportion of leadership and people are not used to that, because typically from what I've seen and many of you have seen, you see as the upper level comes up, you see more or maybe a Caucasian group. And then you see more Black people at the first and the middle level of management. White guilt goes into play if you're guilty of something. So if it's in your mind that you say that's a Black person, oh, those people were slaves and I was the slave master, then you are a prisoner to something that you're not found guilty of, that you find yourself guilty of. When you are a child of God, when you are a true American, when you are a patriot, when you say one nation under God, you should greet me like I greet you no matter what. We are all one people. But if you think that white guilt gives you the right to do things as if you're handing Black people a favor, you're actually insulting them. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to get very, very controversial. I hope did I lose anybody?
No, you gain it.
Any
Don't.
questions? Do they have any questions?
People are fleeing because of the truth, though. They don't like truth.
We are what?
They don't like truth.
They all right. They got any questions for me?
Anybody got questions? Anybody got questions in here? Anybody got questions in the house? Anybody? Right.
I'm about to get ugly.
Come on. Even trolls. The trolls got questions. We take questions from trolls.
That's fine. I'm going to talk about Obama. All right? Simple fact. I'm going to tell you the truth, and then I'm going to tell y'all what is factual, okay? There's a difference, because truth is what we believe and what we accept. Factual is, here's the documentation. There's nothing changing. Are y'all following me so far? So here's the truth.
Come on.
Obama is considered the first Black president. That's the truth. But white people want to say, well, he's half white. Let me tell you something. Black people don't care. They don't care about that part. And I'm going to tell you why. Again, it goes against culture. It's about culture and history. To see a Black guy that and with a black wife,
Yep.
with black kids,
Yep.
get to one of the highest positions in this world. As far as people concerned, he's the first black male president.
Yes.
But here's where white guilt comes in. I hear this. Well, he's half white too.
Okay.
Well, I voted for him because I felt like he could do something, even if he is half black.
Uh-huh.
That's white guilt. Because it shouldn't matter what the color of his skin. It should have been based on,
Yes.
can he do what he said that he would do? But
Feminism.
when you tell me, see, here's the thing. Let's talk about that half white part.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, he half white. All right. Mother
Okay.
what? Mother was what? White. The daddy was black.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I have so many stories. But anyway,
so many stories. Come on.
So many stories. So here's a perspective that I look at when somebody says half white. Number one, that is a form of, okay, yeah, he black, but I'm going to snatch it back because he is white, and that's why we allow him. It was more acceptable that he had some white and some black in him.
Yes.
So what I mean by that, when I hear someone says he's half white, some are defending. We let him in because he's half white. Now that's one truth.
Okay.
Another truth is this. Some people looked at him as a representation of all nations.
Yep.
His skin was fair.
Yes.
He articulated like and talked like a perfect little white guy.
Yes.
But then he talked street and straight up talked to black people.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew how to change his language. He was good at camouflage.
Right.
So people were satisfied that he was the median for both sides, acceptable.
Mm.
The final part of that is when I hear half white, that means sometimes there's a denial of being half black.
Right.
So just like black people dismiss the fact that he's half white, there are some white people that dismiss the fact that he's half black.
Right.
I know that went over y'all head. I'm just putting all.
Of course it did.
But I need you to understand truth. For as people concerned, he's the first black president. Fact. Half white, half black.
So-called black president. I call it so-called black president.
All right. And I agree. I mean, my thing is this.
You know?
Michelle was the darkest woman to be first lady.
Michelle is a man. I don't care what to say.
Well, they've been calling her different things. I'm just being respectful.
I think she's a man. I don't know. This black person.
I'm going to be respectful. I
think she was.
But I will say this.
I think she's part of that liberal transgender agenda.
I believe some of it, but I ain't gonna be disrespectful. Okay?
Oh, but no, we can disagree. But
no.
We do that later.
Listen, I said I'm gonna be respectful. I didn't say I didn't agree with you.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
All right.
See? Okay, good. I'm glad we're here. All right. Because we could tell it. We get flagged like boom, 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 hate speech.
But it's not a hate speech. This is a fact. Here's the truth. They think he's the first black president. Here's the fact. He's half white, half black. You got some of the white people that's saying, well, he's half white. And some are coming off in this white guilt that because they voted him in, that they're doing the black people a favor.
Yeah.
It comes off, listen to me, perception comes off many ways.
Right.
Black people voted him in because he was a black guy. And as far as they're concerned, if you mix white with black, it still turn out brown or whatever.
Yeah.
So there are different perceptions there. What I'm saying to you is y'all shouldn't have voted whether or not he was black, half white, or half black. You should have voted based on can't close your eyes And I don't care how street he talk. I don't care how well he used his diction. Close your eyes and say, can this man do what he say he gonna do?
Mm-hmm. What did he say he's gonna do?
And he could not do none of what he was gonna do because first of all, he don't have the business background. Number two, he's just a great speaker. All I remember from him is yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes,
As
we
far
can.
as I'm concerned, yes, we can have the highest unemployment. Yes,
Oh,
we can have a fraudulent insurance.
come on now.
Yes, we can. We can have people that come over here that take more priority over Americans.
Don't start nothing, Elaine. Don't start nothing.
Yes, we
We
can.
done.
Any comments, Mo, before I go any further?
No. You can keep on going any further. Everybody look. Hey, Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy Ann? How you doing? The rapper, what's up? Just some people call her chicken head. I'm looking at the comments on here.
They
First,
call me chicken head.
chicken head. Chicken head. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Chat room.
You know, this is how they calling me a chicken head.
No, not you.
Oh.
Who said? Hold on. Who said chicken head?
Listen, this is how I feel, and people got to understand. Words can only have power if you open the door to your heart and your ears and your mind and listen and receive them in. Now, Obama, let me tell you a truth. He played everybody. Well, I'm telling you, he's dressed, his voice. I mean, he worked a long time to get the way he was. Whoever coached him, they coached him good. You didn't see him coming. He was smart with the dynamics. He knew, like I told somebody, I said, when you see somebody that's talking one way to one group of people, another way to another group of people, he made sure that when he went for the election, that he went to every targeted area and had certain people that targeted certain people to win.
Right.
Now, we have this situation where some of us are in denial.
Right.
Some of us are in denial about the unemployment change. We're in denial about the health insurance, the illegal situation. We're kind of in denial on certain things. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Mo, remind me of that. Now, I want to switch gears to something.
All right.
Because she in my mind. I need conservatives to understand, do not underestimate the Democrats.
Right. Don't ever do that. You dig?
Never, ever underestimate Democrats.
Right.
Elizabeth Warren calling herself running. This woman committed one of the biggest frauds in history, saying she was Native American, Native Indian, and she's not. Excuse me, man.
Yeah.
Then she gets up on the video,
right?
And she's drinking a beer.
Okay.
Now, again.
Oh, I saw it on your Facebook page.
Huh?
Went on your Facebook page.
No, it ain't on my Facebook page.
No, someone had something on their Facebook page that shared something like that. I don't know if you share that. Somebody shared something like that.
Yeah, they shared that video.
Yeah.
So, again, I want you to understand people are known by what the fruit they produce.
Yes.
The fruit they produce.
They produce.
I can tell you that I'm an upright, stand-up person.
Yeah.
And I put my nose up at anybody that smokes and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
But if every time Mo go around there to the 7-Eleven and
yeah.
and he see me smoking a pack of Newports,
right,
and getting some scratch offs.
Yes.
Well, what I'm saying don't line up in my actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to introduce that. Now, I don't want nobody to miss this because when I'm about to say next. I remember not long ago, a certain person was going up for the Supreme Court justice. His name was, we call him Judge Kavanaugh. Y'all remember him?
Okay.
Y'all remember that, right?
Oh.
And do we not remember the Democrats saying he drunk beer?
Mm.
I'm just asking. Did we not remember him saying that he threw an ice cube back in his years?
Right.
Well, if you so right, the last thing you're going to do is put a beer to your mouth and drink it in front of the American people.
Mm.
How can you take the splinter out of my eye when you got a whole building in your eye that you got to pull out?
Mm-hmm.
I said building because they got a lot going on.
Too much going on.
Boulder. I went to building.
Boulder.
I mean, thing already built up and everything. But you talk and y'all chastise this man.
Yeah. For
drinking beer and an ice cube.
Drinking beer and what?
And something about him throwing an ice cube. Talking about he was violent or some crap. But yet, you running for one of the highest positions in this world as a United States of America president, and you chugging a beer on a YouTube trying to be cool with everybody else. The Democrats work very hard to be cool with black people, to be cool with the LGBTQ, if I'm not saying it, the homosexual and the gay community. They try to be cute, cool.
Don't give me flag. That'll give you flag right there. That's what they're flagging right there. Man.
Oh, I can't say that.
No, that's how they got mine. I was serious. Like,
okay, well then take that.
Look, I agree with you. Look at this. I don't care. I agree with you, but they'll shut me down right here.
Okay. Well, they tried. Let me say it like this: they
watching this nigga. They watching this nigga.
Various groups. They try to be cool with various groups.
Yeah.
But the things they're doing, if you really sit down and look at it, it's an insult. Because why do you feel, if you ain't never done it before, why you feel like you got to chug a beer up in front of everybody, but you just got to condemning somebody else?
Yep.
For the very same thing.
Right.
Don't you understand the fruit of their hypocrisy? Now, some of you would say, well, Elizabeth's just trying to be cool. Let me tell you something about Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren does not know who she is.
Yeah.
Anytime you so badly want to identify with a race, or let's say ethnicity, because that's my way I say it, ethnicity and group, to the point that you want to deny who you are, something wrong with you. When you feel like you got to put a alcoholic beverage to your mouth, and then you want to talk about politics at the same time, but yet you condemn the same person for the same thing, you're lost. She don't know who she is.
Right.
So how did it get to the point she keeps getting reelected? Whose fault is that? Why would you want somebody that's confused as to who they are to lead you? And here's another thing what Elizabeth Warren said. She said in a tweet about how Trump wall is causing people to have government shutdowns and stuff, and people don't have no check.
Right.
This woman opened her mouth and said, I'm going to give my salary to the refugees. But yet they love Americans. Why would they not? Wait a minute now. Why would you give to the refugees when you got black vets, disabled vets, you got children that displaced in the home, you got people sleeping in the streets.
Come on now.
You got people that are using plastic bags as their home. But you rather give your money to people that are not legal, and you won't even take care of your house or the people that
Right.
are here that are legal. And you think that I should vote for you when you give me your butt to kiss, and the
Yeah.
first
Well,
thing you
your
do is
butt to
you want to
kiss.
give your money to somebody else that don't
Come
even
on
have a
now.
legal right here? Am I loud? I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm loud.
No. Go. Come on now. You know how I get down. I'm thick skin on it. I'm the rawest on YouTube. I don't care. I said,
But I want y'all to listen. Even if you support the Democrats and the liberals, I'm only saying to you, just kind of look again. When you see them do something like that, look again. When they said there ain't enough blacks at the rally, it's not that they're trying to be inclusive.
yeah.
They are so busy working on trying to not look like they're prejudiced that they actually are.
Right.
Look again.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit up here and talk about somebody's past and say that you're going to condemn that, they gave Kavanaugh a brutal beating in those hearings. They went all the way back, if they could, before he was born, and said, I could tell he was going to sin before the seed was created, they could. Because these people criticize this man. But yet you turn around
Mm-hmm.
and you do the very same thing
Same
that
thing.
he did. Look again. Look at this person.
Look.
When you talk about Hillary, let me tell you something. She's not called
Hillary, not Hillary.
That's right. She's not called that for any reason. You have a person that has stood up before people.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for y'all.
What's the question?
You got mad at Trump for saying assholes
Yep.
about the country.
Right.
But that Hillary Foundation been around about 20 or 30 something years.
Yeah.
Making millions and billions of dollars that was supposed to be towards Haiti, right?
Mm.
Why is it not built up yet?
Mm.
Why are the children still begging for food? Why are the children still malnourished? Why is the education so poor? Why is there still disease and issues out there? Why is it that you have Haitian young ladies being kidnapped and there's human trafficking that is a very serious situation in Haiti, but yet she has this foundation? I told y'all, look at the fruit that she produced. Why vote someone in? My people, listen. Whether it was black, white, pink, or yellow, why vote a group of people in over and over again that don't have no problem with murdering your race, your ethnicity? And actually it's murdering your race because they give you these excuses. Well, maybe the girl ain't got no money. Maybe the girl ain't have no alternative. Maybe the man don't want the baby. Maybe she's not ready.
Yeah.
But you don't give all the alternatives. The first thing you do is you're setting up payment plans for people to have abortions. You're not promoting parents and loved ones to get involved and talk with this child. You're not showing them different grants and things that are incentives that are available, that when these children get in these situations, that life is valuable. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, be fair and exhaust all the options. But you got Planned Parenthood being one of the biggest sponsors for these people. In Georgia alone, 65% of the abortions are black. If any state should not be voting Democrat, Georgia should be the main one.
For real.
Why are you you're telling me you're fine with 1 out of 4 of you killing your own? You know, some people say, I ain't got I can't find a good black man. I can't find a good black woman. Well, you done killed them before they even had a chance on this earth.
They ain't gonna like that. They don't like that.
They don't like that, no.
They don't like that.
You want somebody to cure cancer? Well, if you keep aborting what God trying to bless on this earth, how you gonna get
Oh.
cured? You want a real leader? How you gonna know if you're aborting your leaders? How
Yeah.
you gonna know if you're aborting your fathers,
Yes.
your husbands, your mothers, your
Mm.
wives? Because
Yes.
initially, when young ladies are get pregnant, they are afraid. They don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yet the government wants to regulate so much, but then they can't put in that love and that extra attention that only another human being can give. But why are we voting people that are saying, look, black people, look, minorities, look, white people, listen, you don't want to take responsibility, or if it's a situation that happens, just abort the child. Don't worry about it. Even if it's to the
Right.
9th month, just kill it. But I have a question for you. Why are they not doing this with illegals and refugees?
Man.
Why are they not doing that? Why are they not saying to them, look, if you're Mexican, you got 6 kids, look, you can go to the Planned Parenthood. They never send them there. Show me a Mexican that went and had an abortion.
Mm.
Show me somebody that's a refugee that had an abortion. The statistics say it is less than 2% in most of the states. Most of the abortions are either going to be even out, half and half, black or white, more black or more white.
Right.
And I can send you that link if y'all need it. But the thing about it is, we're voting in people. It's bad enough that we fight among each other.
Yes, bad.
Why don't we give ourselves a fighting chance to at least preserve our own race before we become extinct?
Yep. Before.
We're heading in that direction. Y'all like, nah, that ain't true. Okay.
Oh, come on now.
Do you know that? Let me make sure I got the number right. I want to say it's 87%
Yes.
of all Planned Parenthood centers are in low-income, majority black neighborhoods. Why is that?
Why?
Why they just couldn't go down there to the Boatmont or put it by a house by the sea or put it in Hollywood in a nice ritzy area? Why has it got to be in the hood in the low income area?
Yeah.
All I'm telling you is to take a second look. They say this is Trump wall. This ain't Trump wall. This is my wall. This is your wall. This is America's wall.
Right. America's wall.
I don't see nothing that says on the wall that he gonna write TRUMP all the way down that wall. I don't see no patent for President Trump on the wall. All he's doing is introducing the bill for the wall to make sure we have border security the right way. So quit saying it's Trump wall. Don't you know those are trigger words?
Right, trigger words. Triggered words.
Trigger words to keep you mad at somebody.
Yes.
Over something that's perfect common sense.
For real.
I can't understand if you hate a wall. So
if you do,
the main people like Nancy Pelosi, all I call it that crew, Nancy, Maxine, all that crew. Every one of their houses has got a gate or a wall. So if they got a gate or a wall, what are they being protected from? Why they feel like they got to be protected? If they don't believe in a wall.
Yep.
Listen again. You should know them by the fruit they produce. I'm talking simple common sense. If I know I don't like, if I know I don't like squash, I'm not gonna go around squash.
Right.
So if I hate a wall, the last thing I'm gonna do as a leader is put up a wall around my house because I'm gonna lead by example.
Example.
Why am I contradicting everything I'm saying? And y'all mean to tell me if Trump and Pence has moved out the way, y'all really want that woman to make decisions when she clearly
Yes. Clearly.
contradicts what she says?
Contradicts. Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
Come on.
Now, I'm going to say something about this Trump impeachment y'all got going on.
What y'all got going on? What they got going on?
Every year, by the blowing winters of January,
yes,
one or two Democrats come together and they write these bills and articles, and we're going to impeach Trump. Every year.
Right.
And some of you conservatives, shame on y'all. Why y'all worrying? If you gonna worry, don't trust God. If you ain't gonna trust God, you don't need no faith. Just move on and just get tossed up in the wind too.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm not worrying about y'all impeaching Trump. You know why? I keep trying to tell you, he's a businessman. Everything that he wrote as a reform, everything that he doing, you know, some of these Democrats, they think they smart and they can come back and undo it.
Yeah.
They can't undo it unless they go to jail on certain things.
Okay.
Because the man always has his what? Lawyers.
All right.
There are several steps. There's typically about 9 steps to impeachment. I read them. Some didn't even hit one. The reason why people want to impeach him is because he's coming too strong. He's doing too much.
Too much.
Producing too many results.
Right.
And it's frustrating because they're not doing it.
Yes. Truth bomb. Right? Right there. Truth.
Every winter, about the same time, when everybody gets sworn in, we had this big old pack of articles and bill. We're going to impeach Trump and get him out of here. I'm like, okay. And when he get reelected, we'll have it every year. We'll have it on 2020, 2021, 2022, with the 2023.
Right.
We'll be still impeaching him after he makes his second term.
Yes.
Here's some fake news. Impeachment for Trump after his second term. We're still going to get him. Let it go.
Let it go.
You're not going to impeach this man.
Nope.
And if, listen to me carefully, if you by any chance do impeach it, people try to impeach him, there are going to be a lot of people go down for treason.
Yes.
Making up false stories, coming up with false documents. They're going to end up going to jail themselves. Because when you want to get somebody, and I see people get somebody, you know what they'll do? Some people will resort to lying. They'll make that thing colorful. But let me tell y'all something. God put Trump there. He's the 45th president. If you look at Isaiah 45, he's already fulfilled one of the covenants about the embassy being placed where it is in Jerusalem, if I'm not mistaken. They told you he's such a racist. He hates black people. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all do know that Trump nominated the first black woman to be a Marine general.
Okay.
Under him. You do know that President Trump was the first president to have appointed a CIA director as a female.
Yep.
You do know that one of his special assistants to the president is a black man.
Right.
Y'all do know that, though. I don't know how he can stand all that black around him. Woo! I was waiting on the doctor to tell me he had a coronary.
Hey.
And then what that old black lady doing? They tugging on his arm. I'm surprised he had a stroke then. He's so racist. But see, media does not want to report that. They don't want to report that. They just want to show you one side. And I feel like this. Don't you, let me ask y'all something. I'm going to back this up. Let me make it plain. When you pick a car, when you go to purchase a car, there's some things that you look for before you put your money on it, right?
Right.
You're going to verify the Carfax to see if it ever been any accidents, if it had any water damage. You're going to look and see how many owners there are.
Right.
You're going to check and see if it's made. Excuse me. But you just don't buy the car. Most people don't. So you get your facts and you look at both sides of it, where it's beautiful and it runs smooth. Then you might find out on the other side it had a lot of maintenance or recalls. All I'm saying to each and every one of you is this. Don't allow the media to have you report you and give you only one side of Trump.
Keep going. I'll be back in 1 minute. Keep going.
Oh, when you have another side to Trump too. I feel like this. When you go to court, you got to get everything, and it's based on what? The preponderance of the evidence. So if the reason that you don't like him is because he's a billionaire, that's weird. Because he's doing these things, to me, that's weird too. Or because he doesn't talk the way you want him to talk to you. Is that any real justification to impeach anybody? No. Always look at the fruit that people produce. Because talk is cheap. But those actions and facts behind it will speak louder than what somebody say. So it's not a Trump wall, it's America's wall. Elizabeth Warren already shown herself as a hypocrite. She's not cool. She's foolish. She got issues. We already see that white guilt. Let me tell you something, white people. White guilt, black pride, black guilt, whatever, white pride, whatever it is. The person, the spirit that you have to answer to is your higher power of God. You don't answer nobody else.
Nobody else.
It's how you treat each other. If you're meeting your brothers and sisters in love and you're treating them with respect and you don't turn up their nose because they're black or they're white, then there is no guilt. How can God hold a charge of that? But we as a black people, we got to quit punishing white people and making them feel like they're under, and I'm going to say this, some of them feel like they're under duress. Either they're afraid of you, don't know how you're going to react.
The real talk.
They feel like that it's going to be some kind of war if they don't talk and do what you want. Or number three, they absolutely believe they're the ones that caused slavery.
He said Elizabeth Warren need to be locked up. The truth is, she's not going to be locked up. Hillary would never be in jail. Let's just face the facts. Let's keep on wishing on some stuff. I'm just saying, let's tell the truth.
Look, the only way these people are going to go to jail is, first of all, you got to stop reelecting them. Quit putting in bad habits. You got people that are talking in your face one thing. Once they get in, they don't give a crap about you until the next time of the election. And I want to say this about us, especially black voters. The devil about to get mad at me. All right. We got to stop relying on CNN and MSNBC to tell us the truth when they lying.
When they lying. Lying to their teeth.
We have to not get our interest piqued when we just see a black man or a black woman running.
Right.
Or a woman running, period. That shouldn't pique us. We should be watching and getting involved. I'm not saying you got to do it 24/7. But we need to be more involved in understanding truly what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting at a table and
Right.
you're complaining with your coworkers about the hours you work, and the less, it's like the more hours you work, the less pay you get to take home. And it seems like that's a prevalent thing in your county, in your state. Then you need to check out the leadership you vote in, because obviously they ain't doing the job you want.
Mm. For real. That's how it is.
Excuse me, guys. But small business leaders, we don't even talk about that among blacks and minorities like we should. Let me make this very clear to y'all. You are just as powerful as the next ethnicity out there. Why are you giving your money
Mm-hmm.
for nails and hair to different ethnicities, your wigs and your weave to different ethnicities,
Mm-hmm.
when we should be starting our own business too and having them patronize us too?
Right.
Am I making this plain enough?
Plain and simple.
Listen, I don't care. Excuse me, guys. I don't care if you own a car one day.
Okay.
Ownership will change your whole mindset of how you elect your leaders. The
Right.
more you owe and the more you expect and hand out,
For real.
the more likely you will fall for a lie. Because all you want is what you can get out of it and just satisfy the hunger for a little bit, but yet you still end up with a stomach growling later on.
Yes.
You're always
Real.
thirsty. You're always hungry.
Always.
Because you let somebody tell you a what I call a one-night stand
Right.
liner, and
Yeah.
you went and re-elected them, and you still po again.
Oh, you po again.
Po again.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Yes.
retire early.
Yes.
You can't take those vacations like
Right.
you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So when you feel like the struggle is real and the struggle keep being real every single year,
Yes.
you need to start looking at if you got Elizabeth Warren in your over you for the past 10 or 20
Mm-hmm.
years. You might be wondering why you're struggling. You
For
might
real.
have a Maxine Waters over Water or whatever her name is,
Mm-hmm.
and you might not be able to make you struggling.
Yeah.
We have to not be afraid of change.
Mm-hmm. Of
To
change.
show you how we do not get into and
Right.
understand. The thing about it is, character means a point on everything.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's
Mm-hmm.
what the values and the points that person is making. Will
Yeah.
it line up to what they will do?
Yes.
If they're not going to line up to what they're going to do, why would you keep torturing yourself?
For real.
How is it safe to be miserable for another 2 or 4 years with the same person that's making all this money off of you, but don't care nothing about you?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you? Excuse me, guys. Why would you re-elect someone that don't have no problem killing your own people?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you re-elect someone that your circumstances didn't get better? It
Yeah.
just stayed the same or got worse.
Right.
I mean, I'm bringing it home to you. If you don't see now some of y'all can sit here and say, I don't like Trump. I don't
Right.
like Trump.
Y'all can say that.
But let me ask you something. Many of you went to the gas pump recently. And some of you seen gas prices you ain't seen in probably 20 years.
Ooh, 20 years.
I went to the gas pump today and it was $1.90. I said, I ain't never seen
Man,
that in 20 years.
20 years.
But yet,
Man.
we'll say we ain't got no progress. We'll say that. We'll say that this man ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. We got a president that made China buy rice from us.
Mm-hmm.
What's that about?
Mm-hmm. What's that about?
China bought rice from us. It never happened before.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if you get tired of your job, no more of this. I hope there's a position out there. Now, I'm hearing people say they don't have enough people to do the job.
Right.
But y'all saying that's bad? So you want to stay miserable? Do you want somebody to keep lying to you? Okay, you
Word.
know what? You're so smart.
Right.
You're very rich. Stay in your place and never be a homeowner. That's fine. Just stay there and just give me my check where I can pay for a $7,000 night hotel on your backs.
Mm-hmm.
We have to, all the things that I'm saying, it's about America first, and we got to take back what people have walked over us for so long and think they're so smart. They think they're so smart. When you know somebody blatantly, if I walk up to Mo and say, "Hey, MFA, how you doing?"
Right.
You know, and I say it like that, and every time he see me, I'm saying, "Hey, MFA, how you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
And Mo don't cuss. That's just blatant. I don't have no respect for him, isn't it? I know he don't cuss, but I'm cussing him out every time I see him. Why are you letting people that tell you one thing, play with your feelings, play with your hopes, play with your dreams, make you think now? Because some of us, excuse me, I'm telling you, this cold is kicking my butt.
Mm-hmm.
But when, what am I about to say? I know what I'm saying. Making us think that we're going to become the superior group, that we're going to make white men terrorists, and we're going to put white people in their place, and we're going to show them how wrong they are, and they're going to give us all the reparations. Right. Okay, let me tell y'all something.
The reparation? What reparation?
Please stop with reparations.
Reparations? I want reparations. Hey! Everybody in the world, let's get some reparations. Whatever you had to say the word, whatever. I don't care. I think the whole world deserve it. I'm gonna put it that way. We all deserve it. Everybody, every single body.
Can I talk to y'all?
Oh, on all genders, on anything, we all deserve it. Whatever. Just
I'm gonna talk to my black folks.
Talk to
Quit asking for reparations when you don't know how to manage your money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, snap.
Why will the government give you more money just to waste it and you come back and be broke again? Why will we feed into a bad habit?
Oh, snap. This is good and good right now. That's why the views going up on here. I like y'all. I guess y'all want to hear this. Okay, share then. Go ahead. Listen.
I'm just saying, quit asking for reparations for something, all because you can't even manage what you got. Yep. The word said, be a good steward over the things you have. Yes, situations happen. Listen, I'm talking.
Come on.
Situations do happen. But not one time did I go up here and say I need reparations for everything that happened because I'm black.
Right.
See, I look black on the outside, so I need reparations.
Mm.
How is that empowering me to invest?
Yes.
How is that empowering me to manage my money correctly?
How is that?
What if you got to pay me off? How is that inner pride and inner respect?
Mm-hmm.
Because certain things don't have a dollar amount that can be bought. Your character, your legacy,
Yes.
just knowing. See, our people, when we were coming up through slavery, and I know this for a fact,
Mm-hmm.
people had their own little businesses. They made it a point that their families learned within that business.
Yes.
It was a pride
Yeah.
to have it. Now, whether you mismanage the money or not,
Mm-hmm.
it was still yours.
Yep.
And I find that what has happened, excuse me, guys, is that the government has given us so much
Mm-hmm.
and keep giving
Yep.
that there has been a loss of ownership,
Right.
self-confidence, and respect for oneself first.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen to me. I know people go through situations. Honey, I'm going through mine. But you don't see me running up all the time, getting food stamps just to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Getting welfare just to get it.
Yep.
Recently, there was a man in Florida that was arrested. He was a heroin dealer. You might have heard about this, Mo.
Okay.
This person from Florida, guess what, guys? I found the number. He was getting $800 a month in food stamps.
Real.
Go look it up. Man in Florida got prosecuted. He was a heroin dealer and he was getting food, free food from the government. So I reckon that's his reparations. Are reparations those things like food stamps, child support, welfare?
Right.
Is that what reparations are?
Come on.
Because reparations is giving you something that does not empower or enable you to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and recognize the strength and the wealth in you. It pacifies you like a 2-year-old having a fit for a toy, and the parent buys the toy knowing that the child will only play with it for a moment and throw it aside.
For a moment.
Many of us, I'm saying, have gotten reparations on food stamps. We buy all this food, and what do we do when the food is not
right?
We throw it away, wasting food.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We get the WIC vouchers. We don't think about, well, you know what? This is a lot of juice, a lot of milk. Maybe I'm going to give some to my neighbor.
Yeah.
No, we buy it all up. One meal get probably used, but then we have food that's spoiled because we got greedy and didn't think to help one another. Oh, come on now. But that's a form of reparation. The child support, welfare, Section 8. That's a form of reparation because with Section 8, do you own it? Do you own it? When you die, do you have anything to pay? This is what you're going to pass to Leroy. Here is my Section 8 house. Take up the payments. But you'll never own it.
It's time to sign off right now. Yeah. Okay, it's getting a little late. Hey, thank you. Thanks for coming on here. It's a pleasure to have you on here, Elaine.
Well, everybody, nobody ain't got no comments? No questions?
They said they wanted American. Someone said, too sweet, man, too.
I'm going to say one more thing.
Free dental. They're putting us, comments like that. Free dental and
Reparations.
yep, free dental and gave. I will leave the homophobic one on there. I won't get flagged.
Listen, I'm gonna say this one last thing to everybody. I want you to think about it. You are an American. You deserve all the rights that God is giving you right here on the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really honestly think it is right and equitable that somebody that doesn't follow the rules can vote like you, get all of your reparations that you have?
Reparations, right?
Your food stamp,
the food stamps,
support, your welfare,
yes,
that tax refund check you getting,
that tax refund. Come on now,
Section 8.
Come on now, that Section 8 stuff.
Come on now. You think that's okay for them to get it before you get it? So let me ask you, how many times are you going to allow people to keep cutting in front of you while you're driving? How many times you going to allow somebody to shove you to the ground so they can get in line? How many times are you going to lay on the ground? How many times you always going to fall back? How many times you going to stay last and let everybody else eat all the food and you don't have nothing? So, but you call this the sake of being a human and being a Christian? Even with the masses, Jesus fed the multitude. So everybody got their portion. Everybody got their portion. So why you don't have yours? Why would you surrender it to the point that person, now I'm going to tell you something about these illegals. Now you walk what I say. Y'all keep on babying them and coddling them. They're going to be the new slave owner. And if you think I'm lying, okay. Go down your street and count how many gas stations where you see a black owner for. Go to the Korean stores and go to the hair stores and the nail salons. Tell me where they're all black people that run that salon, except for the hair salon. But I'm talking about the nails, the massage the massage places, the restaurants. Who own those? Who do we go to for the chicken lunch with the lo mein and stuff? Who do we go to get our gel nails from? Who do we go to get our clothes that's less, maybe not as expensive? Who do we go to? And I'm not knocking diversity, but I'm telling you, if you can't count on one street for 1 mile at least 10 black-owned businesses, you're in trouble.
Next.
That's all I got to say. Just think on it.
Think on it, y'all.
And you'll still always be at the bottom. Why you think they want so Why you think they want so many illegals here?
Why?
Why do you think Trump
to display us?
They cutting us down by Planned Parenthood.
Dumbing us down too.
And bringing more people, not complaining about them having 25 people in the house. 25 babies. They found
25 babies.
I ain't gonna say they 25, but 5 or 10 or whatever.
Yeah, man.
But still, who do you think? Y'all been told it's the new black. No, that's the new slave owner. Because see, you got to have a foreman that goes and tell the master.
The master.
Keep on going. Y'all got y'all foremans coming. Since y'all in love with them.
So who are the ones that's really walking up then? Who are the really ones that's asleep? Oh, they better stop it. The race baiting ass.
It's a lot to think about. And let me tell you something, black people. They're not going to
start it.
They're not going to only
either form. I want to get started. Oh, you see I'm dropping F-bombs right now. I want you. Oh, fuck. I'll be cool, y'all. Look, everybody. Look. Look. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lane.
It's not going to be the new formula for just black people. It's going to be a new formula for white people too, because you got white liberals that are actually going up against and trying to destroy their own.
No, they'll flag you for this. They'll get
They're
us
gonna
for this.
flag me.
They
They're
would.
gonna flag me on
I've seen
ethnicity
them do
against
that
ethnicity.
before.
I didn't say who they were. I'm just saying, look at how they said orange is the new black. Okay.
Facebook and YouTube shut me down before. Both platforms shut me down before.
Okay, they just erase it off.
But it ain't gonna stop them. What they're gonna do? They're gonna come back. They'll get me eventually. So I think it.
So I know it's getting late for anybody. Anybody have any questions or anything they want me to elaborate on?
Anybody? No, there's people been petty in the chat room. Look, it never fail. People in the chat room fight with each other. They look sometimes they hear us, but they fight with each other right here. I'm like, oh snap, oh dang it.
We got
Sometimes
to learn not
everybody
to
get off
fight with
track.
each other, but learn how to agree to disagree. Respect that somebody may not agree with what you're saying and keep it moving. All you responsible for is planting the seed and call it a day.
That's it.
It don't take all that. If you passionate to the point that y'all disrespecting each other, at the end of the day, you're only defeating it and you're destroying each other.
Yep.
But see, that's a sign right there. If you feel like you got to attack, y'all got to go at each other back and forth. Check your leadership. Check the person you put in the House and the representative, because obviously they ain't doing their job because y'all complaining about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No more. Well, if they ain't got no questions for me, we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week.
Anything you want to say, Mo?
Anything I want to say? Everybody, keep it positive. Keep that negative energy out of you, and don't trust people you work with, because if you work with people that's corporate like Walmart like that, you I'm gonna say this word, you fucks. I'm gonna say like this here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys to be mindful, because they don't care about you.
Mm-mm.
It's only about their own agenda, and if you don't be selfish, because sometimes you got to be selfish to take care of yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't be selfish, you no good for no one else. Next.
We have to listen. I want to say this. I want you to say these affirmations. Everybody can say this.
Okay.
If you are a legal American, you say, I am an American.
Yes.
I am an American. I am born here. I am an American.
Okay.
I have the right as an American to have certain things.
Yeah.
I have the right to enterprise. I have the right to capitalism.
Yep.
I have the right to have a better paying job. I have the right to have quality health care. I have the right to be able to defend my own home if somebody come up there and cross.
Yes, you do.
I have the right to give God the honor, even in front of everybody else. If there's other people too that want me to respect their religion, they need to respect mine. I got that right. I have the right to vote. I have the right to decide who I put in, who I don't. Those things, let me tell you something. Your vote is your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get people that come up in there, and they talk one way, and when they get in the house, they turn around and do something else.
Yep.
They are distorting your voice.
Yep. The voice.
I was going to go, but I got to say this.
Right.
These two women from Kansas, what's their name? Sykes and I want to say Clayton. They ran. I want y'all to understand how I feel about stuff. Okay.
Come on.
Now, these women ran a campaign. That means they talked to people.
Right.
That means they shook some people's hand. That means they took some money. That means they went to some dinners. That means they did some rallies, and they ran on the attitude and the mindset and the principle that they were Republican.
Yep.
That they agreed to a lot of the Republican platform. Time when they got in and got mad because somebody didn't agree with what they want to do as a people.
Right.
Oh, they're gonna flip Democrat.
Yep. They're gonna flip.
Now let me tell y'all something. Democrats may look at that and say, "Ooh, that's good. That's too fast. Ooh, that's funny. Look at the Republicans."
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. When you got a person that will flip on their own, they will surely flip on you. So Democrats, I wouldn't be cheering them two women on, because if they will backstab one party, you don't give them what they want, they will backstab you.
Yep. For real.
Because there is no loyalty.
No loyalty.
No loyalty in
none whatsoever.
And I said to people, I said, in a professional and respectful manner, you could ask for their resignation because they ran on a false campaign. People were voting them based on the ideals and the views that they said as a Republican candidate. People will say this all the time. I'm not affiliated with different parties. I'm independent. I'm this. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Let me tell you something. When it comes down at the end of the day, one side is going to line up more with what you desire and value versus another side. We can't sit here and straddle the fence. This is about good versus evil. Good versus evil. Now you got to pick a side. You can't worry about offending your friends or offending your co-worker or offending your dog because you went and walked away. You can't worry about that. What you have to worry about is your soul and your spirit and your sound mind. You have to decide what the decisions that you're going to make are going to carry on for legacies. So if you keeping on with foolishness, then you're going to pass a legacy of foolishness. But if you're about passing a legacy of respect, of honor, of confidence, of unity, you want to get rid of all of this discrimination and prejudice, it starts with the individual. It starts by how you conduct yourself when you talk and interact with somebody else. So I would say this. These ladies right here played y'all. They ain't played y'all. But I'm going to tell you something about loyalty. You got to pick a side. You're going to be loyal.
Got to pick a side.
I don't pick my side. My side is conservative Republican. And if Trump say nationalist, that's fine with me. But I don't pick my side.
Yep. Hey, I'm going to stand up, Elaine.
Look, I don't expect my side to be perfect. I know we're going to fight like cats and dogs. But like I told them, when we fight like cats and dogs, when we walk outside, we act like nothing didn't happen. Just like a married couple. The husband and the wife can throw punches and bite each other and pull their hair. But when they walk out the door, they dress clean, together. I love you, baby. I love you too, Sugar Poo. And nobody don't know no different. But when you got someone that has no loyalty and gets so selfish because their way didn't go where they wanted, Democrats, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all got to watch them. I wouldn't deal with them. They don't have no loyalty. Why would you want somebody else stab you in the back just like that? So don't think of that as a victory. It's actually a relief on our side because we don't need the phonies. But in the same token, we don't need them walking away and thinking that they got away with doing that just because they can do it. This is what I talk about. Your vote is your voice. When your voice is distorted, when your voice was voted, and I'm talking to the conservatives, when you voted for these ladies, you thought your voice, your vote was through Republican women. Now your voice is distorted because they flipped and went Democrat after the fact they won. That should not be tolerated. That is unacceptable. That's unprofessional. And that's a betrayal. And you need to write letters. in a professional manner. Y'all don't get out there and cuss
There
everybody
you go.
out.
Mm-hmm.
You let them know that just
No.
because see, if you don't let them know, this is the
We don't
problem.
know.
Remember, I kept saying y'all get mad at Nancy Pelosi, but that woman been there since the Rock of Ages up there in that White House, and nobody never correct her. So let's start practicing good habits and correcting and saying, hey, you know what? You did it. That was not professional. I don't appreciate that because my vote was in one direction and you misrepresented and misled me.
Right.
Now I can't trust
you
and you supposed to be over me. I think you should resign. I didn't trust nobody out, did I? No. You letting them know that their actions should not be tolerated like that. It's one thing, guys, listen. It's one thing when you a voter and you walk away. Whether you go from Republican to Democrat, Democrat to Republican. That's one thing. But when you run a position or a platform as one particular way, that means you are a leader representing a body of people, a group of people, a nation. And they are believing by spending their money, their time, their willingness to vote for you to be aligned with that. Once you out of line with that, how is that right?
Right. How's it right?
Don't let nobody disrespect you like that. That's disrespectful. Do anybody understand what I'm saying here?
Hey, honest. Hey, it's late where I'm at right now. I'm about to. Okay. Man, I'm kind of about to fall asleep. I'm kind of like, oh, it's late. Hey, thank you for coming on here.
No problem.
Hey, come on here. Let's do this again.
See you next week.
Hey, see you next week.
All right. Good night, y'all.
All right. Holla back. See you.